Hi there, champions of ImproveNation. Ever wondered why some people seem to get everything done while others struggle to even start? You see, in this world there are two types of people. Those who let laziness dictate their actions and those who harness the power of discipline to conquer their dreams. So let's dive into the labyrinth of these two opposing traits and unearth their impact on our personal growth and success. Now, laziness, my friends, is a sneaky little trait. It creeps in unnoticed, making us comfortable with inaction, shying away from hard work. It's like the proverbial frog in the boiling pot, unknowingly being cooked alive. Laziness is a silent killer of dreams, ambitions, and success. On the other hand, we have discipline. Discipline is the invisible force that propels us forward, the silent engine driving us towards our goals. It's the consistent effort, the relentless pursuit, the unwavering dedication to our dreams. It's the alarm clock that wakes us up before dawn, the willpower that keeps us working late into the night, and the resilience that helps us bounce back from failures. As the great Jim Rohn once said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Indeed, discipline is the key that unlocks the door to success. It's the golden thread that weaves the fabric of achievement. It's the sturdy ship that sails us through the tumultuous seas of life towards the shore of our dreams. But here's the catch. Discipline isn't something we're born with. It's not a trait we inherit or a skill we acquire overnight. It's a habit we cultivate, a muscle we build, a capability we develop over time. But don't worry, champions. By the end of this video, you'll understand why laziness happens and how discipline can be cultivated. So stay with us as we embark on this journey of self-discovery and transformation and unlock the power of discipline within us. Remember, champions, it's not about where you start, but where you're headed. The journey to success begins with a single step, and that step is discipline. So, what's the deal with laziness? It's not just about loving your bed too much. Laziness, in its essence, is often misunderstood. It's easy to label someone as lazy if they prefer lounging on the couch over getting up and doing something productive. But what if I told you that this so-called laziness could be a symptom of a deeper issue rather than an inherent personality trait? Let's delve into the psychological aspect first. Laziness could be a manifestation of a lack of motivation or a sense of directionlessness. If the end goal isn't clear or doesn't seem worthwhile, the brain tends to resist the effort. It's like trying to run a marathon without knowing where the finish line is. Then there's the physiological aspect. An unhealthy diet, lack of physical exercise, or an irregular sleep pattern can make you feel sluggish. Our bodies and minds are interconnected. If the body is not taken care of, the mind suffers, resulting in what we perceive as laziness. And let's not forget about mental health. Conditions like depression and anxiety can make even the simplest of tasks feel like moving mountains. It's not laziness, it's a struggle. It's important to recognize this and seek help if needed. Also, laziness can be a form of self-protection. Sounds odd, right? But think about it. If you're afraid of failing or being judged, not trying at all seems like a safe option. It's not that you don't want to do anything, it's that you're scared of what might happen if you do. But here's the good news. Once we understand that laziness is not just a character flaw, but a complex interplay of psychological, physiological, and emotional factors, we can start addressing it. By taking care of our bodies, setting clear and realistic goals, addressing our fears, and seeking help when needed, we can overcome this hurdle. Remember, understanding is the first step towards change. Now that you know why laziness happens, let's talk about its opposite. Discipline. Discipline, it's what separates the dreamers from the doers, but what is it exactly? If we try to distill it down to its essence, discipline is the ability to control one's feelings and overcome weaknesses. It's the capacity to pursue what one thinks is right, despite temptations to abandon it. In essence, it's the bridge between goals and accomplishments. Why is discipline so important, you might ask? Well, it is the cornerstone of success. With discipline, you can conquer your laziness, rise above your fears, and reach your full potential. Discipline is the secret weapon that empowers you to reach your goals, regardless of how lofty they might seem. Let's consider a runner preparing for a marathon. The goal is clear: cross the finish line. But merely desiring to complete the marathon won't get the runner to the finish line. It takes discipline. Discipline to wake up early for training, to push through the pain of long runs, to eat healthily, to rest adequately. Without discipline, the runner will succumb to the comfort of the warm bed, the ease of skipping training, the allure of unhealthy food, the temptation to overwork. Discipline is not an inborn trait, it's a learned skill. It's like a muscle that strengthens with consistent use. The more you practice discipline, the stronger it becomes and the easier it is to make choices that lead to success. Discipline is also the antidote to laziness. Laziness is a habit, a very easy one to fall into. It's comfortable and requires no effort, but it also leads nowhere. On the other hand, discipline, while initially demanding, leads to accomplishment, satisfaction, and success. Sounds like a lot of work, doesn't it? But don't fret, champions. Cultivating discipline is simpler than you think. It's a path worth taking, a journey worth embarking on, because the rewards of discipline far outweigh the comfort of laziness. So, are you ready to bridge the gap between dreaming and doing? Are you ready to make the discipline difference? Ready to swap laziness for discipline? Here are 3 proven strategies. First, let's talk about setting realistic goals. Setting goals, no matter how small, is the foundation of discipline. Like a compass, your goals guide you in the direction you want to go. But be careful, these goals must be achievable. If you aim too high too soon, you might get overwhelmed and give up. Start small. Decide to read 1 chapter of a book each day or to exercise for 15 minutes. As you get stronger and more disciplined, you can gradually increase your goals. Next, let's move to creating routines. Routines are the scaffolding of discipline. They provide a structure and predictability that can help you turn your goals into reality. The key here is consistency. Whether it's waking up at 6 in the morning or writing in a journal every night, do it regularly. Over time, these actions will become automatic, and you'll find it easier to stick to your goals. Finally, we have practicing self-care. This might seem counterintuitive. Isn't discipline all about hard work and sacrifice? Well, yes and no. While discipline does require effort, it also requires rest. You can't run a marathon without taking breaks to hydrate and refuel. Likewise, you can't cultivate discipline without taking care of your body and mind. So get enough sleep, eat nutritious food, and take time to relax and do things you love. Remember, discipline is a marathon, not a sprint. I want to reiterate that discipline is a skill that can be learned and improved over time. It's not something you're born with, but something you cultivate. And just like any skill, it requires practice. So don't be discouraged if you stumble along the way. Keep going, keep practicing, and you'll get there. Remember, champions, discipline is not about punishment, but about training yourself to reach your goals. Now that you're armed with knowledge and strategies, the path to discipline is clear. But remember, this journey is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about making small, consistent changes that will ultimately lead to big results. Start by implementing the strategies we've discussed today. Perhaps you begin by setting small, achievable goals for yourself, or by establishing a routine that promotes discipline. Maybe it's as simple as getting up 15 minutes earlier each day, or committing to reading a chapter of a book each night. Every action, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. But let's be real. There will be setbacks. There will be days when the comfort of the couch calls to you more loudly than your goals. That's okay, it's a part of the process. Don't beat yourself up over these moments. Instead, use them as opportunities to learn, to grow, and to strengthen your resolve. Remember, the journey to discipline is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about waking up each day and making the conscious decision to take steps towards your goals. It's about choosing discipline over comfort, even when it's hard. And yes, it will be hard, but it will also be worth it, because with discipline comes achievement. With discipline comes the satisfaction of knowing you're moving towards your goals, one step at a time. So start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Because the path to discipline begins with a single step. And once you take that step, you're already closer to your goals than you were yesterday. Every step you take towards discipline, no matter how small, is a victory. Remember, champions, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So lace up your shoes, muster your courage, and take that first step. The journey ahead may be long, but the view from the top is worth it.